Hey, I'm really glad you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and share this video with someone who enjoys a good story. It helps more than you might think and truly keeps the channel alive. While you're at it, drop a comment letting me know where you're watching from, your city, your country, wherever in the world you are. I love seeing how far these stories travel. Alright, let's get into it. She assumed I was fast asleep. That's how these stories always seem to begin, with a careless assumption that slowly undoes everything. For her, it was thinking I'd be out cold in the hotel bed after a long day of networking and seminars. And truth be told, she almost got it right. My name is Erin. I'm 38. Married to Felicia for 7 years. No kids. Just us, and that had always been enough, or so I thought. Felicia has always had a shine to her. The kind of charisma that makes people lean in a little when she talks. And when she smiled at me, really smiled, I felt seen, like I mattered in a way I couldn't quite explain. We were in Miami for her company's 3-day leadership summit. Felicia worked in high-stakes corporate sales. Charm was currency, pressure was constant. I joined her trip because she pitched it as our time. Truthfully, I was burned out. The humdrum of my IT job back home had left me craving nothing more than silence and the occasional beachfront nap. The first 2 nights passed quietly. She had panels and cocktail mixers. I read novels on the balcony, strolled the beach, took longer showers than I ever do at home. It wasn't romantic, but it wasn't distant either. On the second night, we had drinks on the rooftop bar. Felicia leaned into me, giggling as I retold a story about a seagull stealing my sandwich in Coney Island. She kissed my cheek and said, "I'm really glad you came with me." That was the night before it all changed. The next day, she told me about the company's exclusive closing party at a local club. Employees only. It's just going to be noise and drinks with the girls. You cool with that? She asked. I didn't mind. I even helped zip her into a stunning burgundy satin dress that looked poured onto her frame. She pecked my cheek and walked out around 10:15 p.m., trailing Chanel and confidence. At 10:52 p.m. my phone buzzed. Let me explain something. About a year ago, Felicia ruined her iPhone during a kayaking trip. While she waited for a replacement, she synced her Apple ID to my old phone so she could keep using her accounts. We never unsynced. Never thought to. The message that appeared wasn't from her phone but from her Apple Watch. It read, "This music makes me want to do bad things. Meet me outside during the next slow song." I stared at the screen. Maybe it was an inside joke. Maybe a friend. Then came the second message at 11:04. "I want you tonight after this dance. Don't be quiet this time." There was no name. Just that red heart again. That's when I knew. You don't write that to a friend. Not from your wrist. Not unless your hands are somewhere they shouldn't be. I didn't scream. I didn't even get out of bed right away. I just sat there numb. After a few minutes, I pulled on jeans, a shirt, and grabbed my keys. The club was a 10-minute walk via the beach path. On the way, I messaged an old acquaintance, Noel, a DJ I did editing work for during lockdown. He was spinning for the company party that night. I asked him, "You doing the final song announcements tonight?" "Always," he replied. "Can you read something for me before the last track?" "I'll send it. But only if I can be there to see it hit." "You good man." "I will be," I typed. By 11:20 I was at the entrance. The bouncer waved me in, assuming I was part of the event. The club pulsed with bass and neon. I slipped through the crowd, scanning. I spotted her near the center of the dance floor, slow dancing with a man I didn't recognize. Hands low on her back. Shirt open at the chest. Her eyes closed. Their bodies swaying together like it wasn't the first time. I didn't confront her. Didn't make a scene. Just stepped back into the shadows and texted Noel the message. When the music slowed for the final number, Noel's voice came through the mic. "Before we close the night, someone asked me to read this. Maybe it's for you." He read it word for word. "I want you tonight after this dance. Don't be quiet this time." The red heart wasn't spoken, but it was there, between every beat of silence that followed. The room went still. Felicia froze. She pulled back from the man, scanned the crowd, panicked. I made sure our eyes met. I didn't wave. Didn't scowl. Just tilted my head, turned and walked out. The Miami air outside felt dense with silence. My legs moved on instinct. I made it a block before I heard fast footsteps behind me. Well, heavy. What the hell was that? The guy shouted. Kept walking. He didn't follow. I ended up at a quiet diner by the boardwalk. Sat in a booth with untouched coffee, staring into the night. My phone buzzed. Calls from Felicia. I let them ring out. Eventually I returned to the hotel. My wallet and charger were still in the room. She was on the bed, dress wrinkled, eyes red. "Aaron," she whispered. "I can explain." I didn't speak. Just collected my things. "Please, can we talk?" "Talk about what?" "That your watch confesses more than your lips ever have." It wasn't what it looked like. I didn't sleep with him. It didn't get that far. But you were hoping it would. Her silence was my answer. "I want to fix this," she pleaded. "I don't." Her eyes welled again. "You'd throw away 7 years." "No, you did." I walked to the door, paused and said, "You made me feel replaceable. That's something I can't sleep next to again." Then I left. Checked into another hotel, stayed up watching infomercials, eating stale trail mix. I flew home the next morning. Spent 2 days crashing at my friend Liam's place. Told him everything. He didn't say much, just nodded, handed me a beer. 2 days later, I returned to the house. Felicia had left. The place was spotless, emotionally sterile. A note on the kitchen counter said she was giving me space. I wandered the house, stumbled on a white box tucked behind our dresser. Inside were letters addressed to someone named M. Dozens. Dates spanning 3 months. Phrases like, "Does he suspect anything?" And "I still think about what you said." That was the final nail. I didn't burn them. I didn't confront her. I simply gathered them, took photos, then stored them away. Later, I uploaded the club's audio recording, the one Noel had sent me. No names, just that message. Titled it, "What the Watch Said." Felicia called again. Texted. Her sister reached out. A few co-workers did too. One of them confirming that HR had already gotten involved. The man she danced with. Married. His wife found out. I didn't gloat. Didn't scream. I just let the silence do the work. Because when trust breaks, what really dies is the version of you that once believed. And me. I was done believing.